Good Saturday afternoon to everyone on YouTube. That was my toilet in the background. I have a mess here, and I am going to clean it up. And I just wanted to show you what it looked like on the before picture. And I'm gonna, with a snap of my fingers, if I could snap my fingers. Yeah, it's a little cleaner now. I still have a few things to organize. That twiddle sticks there, we need to get those up somewhere. This, I don't know what I'm doing with this. This is, it's gonna be, I don't know. That wire over there is gonna be going away as soon as I move that charger over to where that is. I don't know why I had it moved, but I had it moved for a reason. It'll go down behind the workbench there, so it'll be out of the way. But these, I think, I really need to find a place for these. I mean, they're not killing me there, but, you know, I can stretch them out over here or whatever and get them out of the way. And these wires here, now these are my night light things up here. You can see, there's one, I'll turn these off, you can see them better. So that's where they reside. They kind of just sit up there unless I need one. I'll probably eventually find a better place for them too. But okay, like I said, there's the grand tour of the clean bench. I had a plan in mind here to show you for Bill, actually, show him the manual tube chart, whatever it is that you want to call it, that I got off eBay for the night kit or night tube tester, and I want to do that. So hang on there, we'll do that next. Alright, Bill, this is what it looks like from eBay. Like I said, this is operating instructions, construction instructions, tube data, setup chart, schematic, and parts list. Yes, you can find all of this online. I'm gonna tell you right off, you can, but you know, at the same time, it's very nice the way they did this. It's spiral bound. They say professional, but I've got the same kit to do that. There's the operating instructions, and those are nice. They have the printing is much more legible on this than it was on the internet. I don't know what they did to clean it up, but they did a lot to clean it up, it appears. So there's a picture of the tester itself. That's a B model. Again, this goes for all of them. I think we went over this enough. This is the instructions for assembling it. Again, this is for the B. And go down, there's no sense in looking through all that. Quite a bit of, so you can go down to it gets wiring diagrams. Everything's in there. It's pretty complete as far as that's concerned. So happy about that. I mean, just in case you know you need it. There's your final assembly, the calibration instructions. The calibration on these are very simple. You probably already done yours, and they're not that hard to do. So here's your specifications and your operating instructions. So I hope you guys are still seeing that. Operating instructions on this side. I'm going to read through this just so you know, in case you haven't read it. Plug the line cord into 117 volt 50-60 cycle AC outlet. Export models require 230 volt 50-60 cycle power. Roll the chart to the tube type to be tested. Now on yours, obviously you're going to have to use a chart like this, because the old tube charts use the old method of testing, and we've done away with that. We're doing this now. So set controls is shown on the chart. A circuit switch is in column A. B filament switch is in column B. C load control is in column C. Tube elements push up the numbered levered switches listed in the column U. Push Okay, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Tube elements. Push up the numbered lever switches listed in column U. Push down the numbered lever switches listed in column D. 0 in these columns stands for the lever switch 10. Please place all remaining switch levers in the center position. I think everybody knew that already, but I'll go ahead and read it. Let's see. Turn the on-off switch to on. Now that's before you put the tube in the socket. I don't know that that makes a lot of difference, but that's what the instructions say to do. Insert the tube into the proper socket. Let the tube warm up for 30 seconds, then set the line adjust control so that the meter points to 50. And I think we all done that. The short test. Perform the short test as follows. Push the lever switches that are in the center position up, one at a time. If the short test lamp glows steadily when any lever switch is pushed up, the tube should be replaced, except those numbers indicated in parentheses to the right of the tube type number. Now that's that number that we've seen in parentheses. I know we've all seen that. So a brief flash of the short test lamp does not indicate a short. Tap on the tube gently while making this test. Caution, do not move the short line value switch while making these short tests. Okay? Emission test. Hold the short line value switch in the value position. Read the tube condition on the replace good scale of the meter. If the meter pointer goes to the green section of the scale, cathode emission is acceptable. If the meter points is the red section, check the tube chart for special emission notes such as good equals 26. If no such notes appears, the tube you're testing, the tube should be replaced. Gas test. Now hold the short line, I'm reading this wrong again. Let me try that again. Hold the short line value switch in the value position. At the same time, pull the lever switch down, shown in parentheses. For the gas test, this is over on the right of the chart. To the right of the column D, so that's what it says. Down one position, that's one position. Read the lower good-bad scale on the meter. Note, the lever switch indicated for the gas test may initially be in the up or in the center position. In either case, pull the switch in down one position only. So if it's up, you put it in the center. If it's in the center, you put it down. That's pretty simple. I'm not going to go through all this other stuff. Multi-section tubes, everybody knows how to do that. If there's two different listings for the tube, it's a multi-section tube. And if you want to test both sections, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. But I think it would behoove you to do it if you're testing a tube. Special notes on the tube charts. For testing certain tubes, special information is given in addition to the setup column. Number appearing in parentheses just to the right of the tube type number indicate the lever switches which normally light on the short test lamp. Another note which frequently appears is one concerning the emissions or test value or value test. Some tubes are good when the pointer reads only at 25. This condition will be indicated in the last column of the chart. Okay, so some tube types will have a gas test listed after them. If this is the case, simply operate the value switch and then read the tube value directly on the gas test scale of the meter. That's the lower meter. Tuning indicator, magic eye tubes often tested for eye closure and opening without regard to meter reading. We went over that too. Thus, a good tube is indicated, or good eye is indicated indicated by an eye closure when the tube chart says eye closed, and eye open when the chart says eye open. I'm still not really sure on that. I may have to test mine again because I just don't get that. Certain tubes have more than one external cap. A note will give special instructions for the test. Usually the note will read, tie both top caps together. This means a wire jumper should be used to connect the two caps together. So, test for miniature base bulbs. Now, not everybody has that, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Well, we have the 7 pins, but I think 7 pins and 9 pins we have. We don't have the Compactron, I don't believe, and we don't have the New Vista, and so it's just using a different socket is the only thing that's different, I think. So Anyway, it goes on to explain the rest of the stuff for the stuff we don't have. So, parts list. There's pretty much your whole parts list right there, including the case, which I don't understand. None of that stuff is available now, but you know, it's nice of them to put it in there. Schematic. This is one of the most simple things ever was. I mean, you know, it's switches, wires. There's one diode. There are several lamps. There are resistors. There. You know, pot right there. That's calibration pot. This is pretty darn simple. There was one capacitor in that, which mine I replaced, and I don't even see it now. I'll figure it out here in a second or two. But anyway, this just one cap. Oh, there it is right there. 0.1. So that's the only thing in there, and some more resistors over here. Now here's the tube charts. There is quite a few of them. The first one says the 1967 additions to the supplement tube book. That's these. Now these are not perfect, but nothing is from 1967. Not even me. They are listed. You can read them. You may have to have your eye loop there, Bill, and you know, that's to see everything. But like I said, it's there. I'll go over one. You know, just say we have 1 and 2 for the same tube. That's two different tests. That's a multi-section test. So you have your numbers in parentheses. These are the numbers that should show short when the short indicator light, when you move the center position to up. And here's your A column, your B column, C column, your up column, your down column, and this last one in parentheses is the gas test. So that's pretty much it on that. So these are all listed the exact same way, which I like, because some of the charts online, they've got several methods of doing it as far as going sideways and up and down. So these are all nice, and so here's one that says good equals 10. That's one of those special notes. You just kind of have to keep an eye out for those, but that's the way it is on any tube tester. So that's good. Get that out of the way. Here's one that says tie top cap and middle ring together. That's one of them special ones they were talking about. So here's your eye test. Eye closed, left eye open, right eye open. I don't know how many kind of test their tubes those are. Didn't know they had right and left. Guess they do though. So there is I'm not going to go through every one of these, but there is a lot of listings here. There's 66 pages altogether on this chart, or on this booklet, and so if you can't find it in this one, I don't think it's there. So that's pretty much it right there. So anywho, that's a good look at the book that you get. Whoops. For $10, it's not bad, I didn't think. Anyway, you know, that's my opinion. That's only an opinion. But so anyway, that's what you get for $10. It's legible, and like I said, it's pretty complete as far as I can tell. I haven't found anything that's missing yet from a chart, other chart that I've seen. So I think this contains pretty much everything. So just wanted to do that for you, Bill. A real quick look at this, and you guys, rest of you guys, have a pleasant afternoon. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.